So, this next video, I just want to do a quick video about the one of the assessments that they had on the. I can just see Rich's fossils behind me. But yeah, one of the assessments that they had on the autism assessment, and it was one of these things. I'm sorry, my dog is sitting there looking at me with a ball in her mouth. I'm getting distracted. Anyway, let me just show you this. Look at that. I hope you saw that and kind of deleted all the mess from your brain. Anyway, so basically, it was this the person doing the assessment. She was a lovely lady. She was a nurse, and she showed me these kind of little kind of objects to I suppose make a story with. Now, I'm actually an author. I have written a trilogy. And I really love writing. I'm a big, I love words, absolutely love words, always have ever since I was young. And I'm a big fan of writing, absolutely love writing. So poetry, words, huge fan of that. Lily, no, not yet. Oh, for goodness sake. Get this dog. Not yet. So anyway, I thought I'd be really good at this little kind of game, I suppose, you know, of kind of putting these items and turning them into a story. So I want to tell you what I did because it's quite an interesting thing. I don't want to go too much into, you know, why I did it or anything like that. I'm not really sure. I'm really keyed up on that yet, but I do know that some of it was kind of showing that I was autistic. So I basically had these 5 items that I had to pick, and I picked a small pair of glasses. I tried to be very random with my picking so that I wouldn't kind of trick my brain into thinking that I could work it out somehow. But I picked sorry, that's suddenly gone really bright. I'm gonna have to move. So I picked the like a small pair of glasses, and I picked a small feather, and I also picked a candlestick, and I picked an umbrella, like a little mini umbrella, you know, like cocktail stick umbrella really, and then this little spongy thing, which was like you know, you could actually put stuff in it. It was like sponge that you could stick things into. So I then created this story, which was really difficult for my brain to do, which I thought would be really super easy, and it was actually super difficult. So I'm there thinking, yeah, come on, you know, a storyteller, I can probably tell a story. So yeah, I basically I picked up the small glasses, and the first thing that I did was I put them into 2 sections. So the umbrella and this little pink sponge kind of went together in my head, and the small glasses and the like little feather, and I'm trying to remember the third item, the candlestick. So I couldn't think of like a narrative as such, like she had showed me, because she showed me like this little story that she made up first. And I couldn't think of a narrative, but I could think of a wise old owl, because it was the glasses, wise old owl wearing some glasses. And this wise owl is writing a book. And so the quill, the feather was a quill to me. And the candlestick at first, I thought, oh, candlestick. And then I thought, I've forgotten the umbrella and this weird pink sponge. So I created, I said he was sitting on the beach. So I stuck the umbrella into the sponge and I said he can be on the beach. So I put those things next to each other then, and then the whole umbrella and the sponge kind of fitted into the story for me. And then I realised, he's under an umbrella because it's sunny. What is the candlestick doing there? And my brain suddenly went, I don't have anything for the candlestick to do. So I kind of thought to myself, right, okay, and I kind of actually said it out loud. I said, well, the candlestick is there, mind. I don't know what I can do with the candlestick. And then the lady kind of, probably understanding why I was confused about the candlestick, said, maybe it could be dusk. And that kind of settled me, and I was like, oh yeah, it could be dusk, couldn't it? So I just kind of, the candlestick was there because it was like sunset or dusk or whatever, and that fitted into the narrative for me. It was a really interesting thing to do as an adult because I didn't think that playing would show anything as an adult. It was, sorry, I've got to close this curtain a little bit. So it was, I think it was really strange to be asked to play in front of someone else. And the social awkwardness of it kind of made it quite awkward as well, because I was like, ooh, play. And I remember trying to do that in my psychology lectures, and one of the workshops was about play, and I was like, this is awkward. Apparently, as a child, I used to prefer objects, didn't say that right, objects to toys. So I would like a cardboard box, for example, rather than a toy. And I didn't really play with dolls or anything like that. But, I mean, there's a lot about my childhood that I might go into on another video, because my childhood shows so many signs of autism that it's incredible, really. But, yeah, it was really interesting to me that the person who was showing me how to play was using kind of random objects. Like, she used this little kind of like ball which had like little edges, like, I don't know what they're called, but basically it was like a spiky ball, and she pretended that was like a person, and then she put this spiky ball into a car, like a pretend car, and I was thinking, what? To me, like, I always thought, when they used to say about literal thinking, it was like, well, like, I'm very creative, so how could I be a literal thinker, because I've always been like super creative. But actually, when it came to playing with toys, I am a very literal thinker. Like, I put things together in little, like, I group things together. So I had like rules about what something could be, because I couldn't imagine it as anything else. And even the candlestick was just like it just threw me off, because I was like, well, that doesn't fit with the rules. That doesn't make any sense that he'd be sitting there with a candlestick if it's if he's on a beach, because it would be sunny on a beach. So all I had these rules in my head that I honestly wouldn't have known. We don't play as adults, do we? We don't, who picks up toys and tries to work out a story with them as a 41-year-old? You just don't, do you? So it was really weird. I found it really weird, but I also found it really fascinating because it really did show up that I think differently. And I found that really fascinating.